Alrighty. Let's see here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I can speak now. Welcome to this update of the G1 Climax 33. We are now at the quarterfinals of this event. We now know all of the winners of each block and who placed where in each block, as D block concluded its finals earlier this morning. Now, what's going on? I'll talk about who's fighting who in the quarterfinals. Now, they're doing a little Young Lions battle match. And we'll have some other matches before the quarterfinal matches, which will be announced later today. But I won't talk about those. I'll be mainly focusing on the quarterfinal matchups. So if I'm going from what they have here, Sonata, the first place of A block, is facing the set, aka the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Sonata. Will take on the second place finisher C block, who was Evil. Evil defeated Shingo Takagi in a match yesterday morning to place second in the block. He will face Sonata. Interesting matchup that will be. It will definitely be a tough match for Sonata because you have to deal with the House of Torture, not just Evil himself. As but I still think Sonata will beat Evil. Be interesting if Evil beats Sonata, but we'll find that out when we hit that spot. Kazuchika Okada plays first in B block. Only lost one match. Sonata won all of his matches, but he will face second place finisher D block, which we found out earlier this morning is Zack Sabre Jr. That's going to be a fantastic contest. I feel like that will be the main event of the of this quarterfinals show. And this match go either way. These two always have pretty long and pretty good matchups. No time limits, by the way, on these matches. This is going to be a long one, but I got a feeling we might see an upset here with Zack Sabre Jr. beating Okada. But hey, you never know. This is going to be a really good matchup. Okay, this next one here. First place of C block, which ended up being David Finlay as he beat Eddie Kingston yesterday morning to get this spot, will face second place of B block, Will Ospreay. This, in my opinion, will be the best match of the whole quarterfinals. Last time these two faced off actually in the G1 was the last year's G1. David Finlay won in 15 minutes over Will Ospreay. Now, in saying that, despite Finlay having the upper hand over Ospreay, I think Will Ospreay will beat David Finlay. I just don't see Finlay winning this. If he does, that'll be a big shock to me. It'll be even better for Bullet Club, but I feel like Will Ospreay will move on here and go to the semis. And then we have the final match. That's so far included the quarterfinals. First place in D block, we found out, was Tatsuya Naito due to a tiebreaker that he held over Zack Sabre Jr. Will face second place finisher of A block, which is Hikuleo. Now, out of all of these matches, I feel like this is the easiest to predict, despite Hikuleo being the bigger of the two guys, because Hikuleo's almost 7 feet tall. Naito's going to win this, just because because Naito's my original pick to win this whole G1 Climax. Now, it'll be very interesting, since if that happens in this type of order, that would mean the semis would be Sonata versus Zack Sabre Jr., and then these semis will be Will Ospreay versus Tatsuya Naito. Oh. So we might have like a LIJ versus former LIJ in the finals if Naito beats Will Ospreay in the semis and Sonata beats Zack Sabre Jr. in the semis, which would be hilarious. But we'll definitely see when it comes down to those options. This is going to be pretty darn interesting quarterfinals. It'll probably go like this for how the match order go. It'll probably go Naito versus Hikuleo, Sonata Evil, Finlay Ospreay, and then the main event will most likely be Okada versus Zack Sabre Jr. And I mean, anyone can win these matches. This is the G1 Climax. Anyone could win. Anyone could win these matches. I'll just talk about a little bit of the results of the last one we just had. Couple of tag matches, yeah. Of course, House Torture beating Eddie Kingston and Young Lion. You got TMDK beating a Young Lion and Taito Kiramara. You got Wado Hikuleo and Shotama Umino beating Gato, Gabe Kidd, and David Finlay. Then you have Hinara and Joe Khan beating Tom Toishi, another member of Chaos. We had 6-man of Lij losing to the team known as Strong Style. And then we had our G1 Climax D Block Finals. Cardlin beat Yano with help from Gabriel Kidd. We had a double countout between Jeff Cobb and Shane Haste, and because of that double countout, what happened was this. Jeff Cobb needed Tatsuya Naito to lose if he wanted to move on to the playoffs. And because of that double countout, it helped Zack Sabre Jr., which, of course, he beat Goto, and due to that, put Zack Sabre Jr. in the finals of the, put him into the quarterfinals. And in the main event, Naito beat Tanahashi in a pretty good matchup. Match of the day would have been Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroki Goto. Very brutal, brawling with some technical ability type of wrestling between these two. Man, whoa. Big yawn. And before we finish off today's video, we'll just go over, of course, always what I use to watch some wrestling. So just give me 1 second. If you ever want to watch wrestling for free, hop on this website right here, Watch Wrestling Online. You can watch from WWE to NXT, AEW, Impact, New Japan, UFC, Ring of Honor, NWA, GCW, all of these great shows. Even Dark Side of the Ring too. But I use NJPW World, which is their typical streaming service, to watch my G1. But since probably most of you don't have that, just use this website right here, Watch Wrestling Online, to watch the G1 climaxes. This is going to be a not to miss type of quarter, semi, and finals of this year's G1. Anything could happen, and you never know what's going to go down. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this little update for the G1. Pretty short, but I don't have to go over much with it. But hopefully you guys tune in and watch the G1 quarter, semi, and finals, which are happening Thursday, which is the quarterfinals, which is tomorrow. Saturday is the semifinals. Sunday are the finals of the G1 Climax 33. And of course, the winner of the finals gets a main event match versus the NJPW, or no, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. As I hope you enjoyed this little update for the G1 Climax 33. We'll see you next time on the channel.